Yeah, welcome back again. Sunita here. So today let's learn about testing your pressure, right? See, to get the best performance and the longest life, of your car tires, you want to maintain the recommended air pressure, correct? So to find out whether your tires are at the optimal pressure, you do a simple test or you have a service station to do so, correct? And the same applies to the pressure on your heart and in your arteries also. The first step is to have a simple painless test done in your doctor's office. Most men and women have had their blood pressure measured at one time or another, but bearing in mind that without knowing it, many individuals have either pressure above optimal levels or frank hypertension. If you haven't had a test lately, call your doctor's office and schedule an appointment. While you are there, it would be a good idea to have your cholesterol levels checked as well. Elevated cholesterol counts are not only a major risk factor for your heart attack and stroke in and of themselves, but they also predispose a person of developing hypertension. So people whoever have high cholesterol levels or borderline cholesterol levels, the chances of developing hypertension is also very, very high. To you can do a blood pressure test first time in your doctor's office. So actually, what does a doctor do? How does he check your pressure? The doctor or any other health professional inflates a cuff placed around the arm above the elbow. So the doctor then listens for specific sounds through a stethoscope placed at the crook of the elbow as the cuff is gradually deflated. The first of those sound signals the time the heart beats, and the fifth and the final sound notes the heart at rest between the beats. Okay, the pressure at the time of those two sounds is noted in a column of mercury. You can see a kind of column of mercury raising there and lowering, right? So that column of mercury is similar to that in a thermometer or you know is being used. And the first beating pressure is termed as systolic. The upper number, as in 120/80, the 120 is the systolic. And the second is diastolic. The 81 is called the diastolic. And both are measured in millimeters or of mercury, mmHg it is called. And some medical offices now use a digital apparatus to test blood pressure, reducing the environmental impact of mercury. But the mercury blood pressure monitor is still considered the gold standard, and it is used to calibrate the accuracy of other devices. Many things affect blood pressure, so it's best to have at least two and preferably three measurements done while you are in the doctor's office. To make a diagnosis of hypertension rather than merely of somewhat elevated levels, the doctor should test your blood pressure during three separate office visits. Here are few things you can do to make your sure your test is as accurate as possible. Get a good night's sleep the night before your visit. Wear a shirt or a top that can easily rolled up or on the arm so that the cuff can be placed on bare skin rather than placing it on a cloth. If it is placed on a bare skin, the readings are better. Sit with both your feet on the floor. Ideally, relax for a few minutes before the test by taking a few deep breaths and thinking happy thoughts. If you are in the doctor's office, for some reason, ask to have your pressure measured at the end rather than the start of your appointment. Smoking and drinking caffeinated beverages can raise blood pressure for 2 or more hours. So make sure you don't have any caffeinated drinks or you don't smoke before the blood pressure is being checked. Conversely, older people's pressure might be lower immediately after eating. Means 50 plus or 60 plus people, if they eat and then check their blood pressure, it may show little low. It may be higher in the morning than in the afternoon or in the evening. Talking tends to make pressure go up, so it's best to remain silent during the test. It's natural to have a certain amount of anxiety before any test, and this might make the pressure higher. That's why it's best to have more than one measurement taken during your visit. Wait for a few minutes after the first measurement and have the test repeated, ideally a couple of times. Okay. And a lot of people, including many a times even myself, naturally I had a bit of anxiety when visiting doctor's office. As a result, blood pressure may well be little higher than that of sitting when you check at your home. So such elevations are called white coat hypertensions. Often, pressure will go down during the course of the visit, but not always. That's one reason home monitoring is getting more popular with both patients and doctors. So many a times we have heard that, at home the blood pressure is good, but once we visit the doctor's office, the blood pressure increases, right? And yeah, so this actually happens. That's why relaxing before visiting the doctor's office is very important. Blood pressure similarly rises with anxiety and stress during everyday life. That's a natural and usually harmless phenomenon. You are driving along the road, let's say, and a child runs out into the street and you slam on your brakes, so your pressure increases. Okay, and but it's also normal for your blood pressure to return to stress levels after a few minutes. And some individuals, however, have a condition called labile hypertension, in which blood pressure stays up longer than it should. Those men and women are likely to experience increases in the blood pressure more frequently than others, and responding more dramatically to the stress and anxiety that everyone has to one degree or another. Okay. Last, we have individuals whose blood pressure appears normal when they are in the doctor's office, but goes up outside the clinical setting. Such people, that kind of hypertension is called masked hypertension. They are more likely to be male, be young, and have higher than the normal heart rates. And they suggest that masked hypertension may be caused, at least in some cases, by high level of physical activity during the day. Yeah, so these are the different masked hypertension, white coat hypertension. All these are different forms of hypertension. So that's why 2 to 3 readings is very important before coming to any conclusion. And what are the, in our next session let's learn what are the other factors that can impact blood pressure readings.